Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are doing good and secure from this contagious disease. This is Miss Meher Munir to teach you English language. As you all can see, the first content of our syllabus for midterm is kinds of sentences. It is very important for you all to acknowledge that we must start understanding the concepts from the very basic stage. First of all, we will learn what is a sentence. You can see the definition in your book on page number 10. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense. It contains a subject and a predicate. For example, they have invited us. They is subject as mentioned in the bracket. Have invited us is the predicate. As you all can see, the brackets shows their identification. They is subject and have invited us is the predicate. Let's make it more clear. Subject is who or what acts, whereas predicate contains the verb and is usually headed with a verb. We now learned what is a sentence, and now we are moving towards kinds of sentences. Assertive sentences. Assertive sentences are further divided into two kinds. Affirmative sentences and the other kind is negative sentences. Now I am reading the definition of affirmative sentences. Affirmative sentences has a positive meaning. For example, she goes to school. Her sister is in college. Now I am moving towards negative sentences. Negative sentence has a negative meaning. For example, there is no good playground. The word no shows the negative meaning. Moving towards second sentence. None of the boys was selected. None shows that it is a negative sentence and it is of course converting the negative meaning towards you. The second kind is interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences ask questions. These are certain types of interrogative sentences. Do you play tennis? Of course, I am asking you, do you play tennis? When I am interrogating something, when I am asking something, that means that I am using interrogative sentences. Sentence number 2. Should I join the coaching? This is also a question. Number 3. Where is the manager? This is also the sign of interrogative sentence that I am asking something. Imperative sentences. Imperative sentence expresses a command, order, request, advice or suggestion. When I will be commanding, ordering, requesting, advising or suggesting something to you, I will be using imperative sentences. Examples will make it more clear. Give me your pencil, please. The word please shows that I am requesting you to give me your pencil. Sentence number 2. Kindly let him speak. The word kindly shows that I am again requesting you to let him speak. These requests or any command or suggestion or order shows that I am using imperative sentences. For example, as I say, take this glass of water, sit here. These are commands. Open that door, shut that door, open the box. These are also commands or orders. I am using imperative sentences right now. Exclamatory sentences. They express strong feelings of joy, grief, warning, concern and fear. When I am expressing my feelings, I am using exclamatory sentences. For example, hurrah, we have done it. This is an exclamation. that that we have done something and I am excited about that. Sentence number 2. Alas, the leader is no more. This shows the grief and a feeling, which is of course a feeling. Grief is a feeling. Number 3. Oh dear, you have fever. These three sentences are showing exclamation and expressing feelings of grief or excitement. That means they are exclamatory sentences. Identification. These are three identifications to identify the sentences we have learned before. Assertive sentences end with a full stop. Assertive sentences end with a full stop. Remember that assertive sentences are of two kinds: affirmative and the negative sentences. Affirmative sentences and negative sentences both end with a full stop. Interrogative sentences end with a question mark because when I am asking something, I will use a question mark, of course. Exclamatory sentences end with an exclamation mark. The exclamation mark shows that I am using exclamatory sentences. These are the punctuation which make you understand the type of sentence or to recognize the type of sentence. This attractive chart will make it easy for you all to understand the topic. Let's read it out. An interrogative sentence is a curious sentence. Of course, when I am curious to know something, I'll be using questions, of course. I'll be asking you because I am curious to know that what happened, what is your name, what do you want to do. When I'm curious something, I don't know anything, I will use interrogative sentences and will put an question mark in the end. An imperative sentence is a bossy sentence. It is just there, this chart is just here to make it more clear. Imperative sentence is a bossy sentence. Of course, when I am commanding something or ordering something, I am using imperative sentence. Take this glass of water, go and do your work, sit here. These all are bossy sentences. I am directly conversing with you without using any pronoun. An exclamatory sentence is an excited sentence. Of course, when I am showing my feelings, I am excited. That's why I am showing it. A declarative sentence is an ordinary sentence. A declarative sentence is an ordinary sentence. It is just a declaration or only a statement. Now let's discuss this quiz. I'm giving you 5 seconds to brainstorm and then start going through this quiz. First, read out the question. Decide the sentence type. Options are here: declarative, interrogative, exclamatory, or imperative. Now let's start. Number 1 sentence. Are you ready to go? What is it? What do you think it is? You can see the question mark in the end. Of course, it is a interrogative sentence. Number 2. Atlanta is the capital of Georgia. It is a declarative sentence because I am declaring something. I am not interrogating, I am not expressing my feeling, neither I am ordering something. That means it is a declarative sentence. Number 3. I can't believe the Falcons lost the game. Exclamation mark and the 3 words used in the start of a sentence, I can't believe. That means that I am expressing something. I am expressing my grief. I am expressing my grief or my sadness that, oh, I can't believe this, that the Falcons lost the game. Sentence number 4. Take me out to the ball game. There is no pronoun or there is no subject to whom I am talking. right? I am conversing directly. That means it is a imperative. I am commanding someone to take me out to the ball game. It is an imperative one. Number 5. Where did I leave my wallet? It is for sure very easy for you now. Where did I leave my wallet is an interrogative sentence. Number 6. I lost my wallet at the concert. I am declaring something, that I lost my wallet at the concert. Number 7. Oh my gosh, I lost my wallet at the concert. Now see that sentence number 7 is same as the sentence number 6, but the only difference is the kind. Number 6 one is declarative, and number 7 one is exclamatory, because there is an exclamation mark in the end. Number 8. Please leave your boots at the door. The word please shows that it is a request. That means it's an imperative sentence. Number 9. Hooray! I passed the math test. The expression and the exclamation mark shows that it is an exclamatory sentence. Now the last sentence. Do not pass go. Don't collect $200. What's this? This is an imperative sentence because I am ordering or commanding someone. The pronoun or the subject is not mentioned here. Okay. Now we have to do the exercises of your book on page number 11, exercise A. As you all can see in this slide, I am guiding you to solve the exercises also. Starting with exercise A, of course. The question you can see in your book is, read the sentences below and say whether they are assertive, interrogative, imperative or exclamatory. We have to decide the sentences. We have to first read the sentences and then we have to decide their kinds. Number 1. They have invited us. I have mentioned in the bracket that it is an assertive sentence because it is a declaration. Number 2. Stop it. The bracket shows that it is an imperative one. Now I know that you will be asking that there is an exclamation mark here, then why it is an imperative? It should be the exclamatory. But remember that this is the confusing point. Although there is a exclamation mark here, but it is showing the words stop it is showing that I am ordering you to stop what you are doing right now. That means it is an imperative sentence. Now the rest of the sentences are easy for you all. I hope you can do it now. Okay, exercise B now. Number 1 sentence. Sorry, I forgot to read the question. Transform these exclamatory sentences into assertive sentences. Now we have to transform the exclamation sentences into the assertive ones. Number 1. How cute the baby looks. This is an exclamation, and now when it is transformed into assertive one, I am saying the baby looks cute. Full stop. Number 2. Shh, the baby is asleep. Shh, the baby is asleep. It is again an exclamation, and I am now transferring it into assertive one. The baby is asleep. Moving on towards exercise C. Question is transform these assertive sentences into exclamatory sentences. Now we have to do the alternate one. We have to change the assertive into exclamatory. Number 1. It is a beautiful evening. When I will convert the assertive sentence into exclamation, I will use the word what. What a beautiful evening it is. Exclamation mark. Sentence number 2. This place is indeed peaceful. And Again, I used the same pattern as the same pattern of sentence number 1. What a peaceful place this is! Exclamation mark. Now the rest of the 8 sentences are easy for you. Exercise D. Number 1. This is his book. I again forgot to read the question. Transform these assertive sentences into interrogative sentences. The first one, the first one has been done as an example, and I copied the example here also. We have to transform the assertive sentences into interrogative ones. Number 1. This is his book. This is an assertive sentence. I am conversing in a positive meaning. This is his book. When I will be curious, I will say, is this his book? Sentence number 2. The head boy will be in charge of this duty. I am declaring that the head boy will be in charge of this duty. And when I will be curious, I will say, will the head boy be in charge of this duty? Okay. I hope you all got what I was teaching you in this video. I hope this video will be beneficial, and we will continue the next chapter in the next video, inshallah, and I'll be waiting for your queries. I'm there for you to explain again or explain it in a better way. Thank you so much.